I immediately got up to find my boyfriend, and guess where he was? Standing in the hallway right outside the door, just listening. I asked him what the hell was going on, and he just smiled and said, "Relax. I just wanted to see how you'd handle yourself."
He got the cousin to hit on her because he wanted to test her loyalty.
This was a sting operation, like undercover detective.
Having your cousin hit on your girlfriend to see if she would be loyal to you, that is insane.
Here's the problem where this fails at. On one hand, if she fails the test, then obviously you guys are over and it just looks embarrassing. But number two, if she passes the test, quote unquote passes, then she just doesn't have any trust for you.
Yeah.
There's no scenario where you get the dub on this because she's not going to be cool with this.
What about the test of time? She's going to show you if she's loyal to you or not based off of real life y'all are going to go through.
Why am I being put in some loyalty experiment I didn't sign up for? You don't get to project your insecurities and make other people pay for it.
Yeah.
I've been dating my boyfriend for about a year. Last weekend, he invited me over for a small family hangout. His cousin was there, who I hadn't met yet, but from the moment I arrived, the cousin was being weirdly attentive. Really attentive. Not quite creepy, but very intentional. Always sitting next to me, complimenting me, refilling my drinks. I brushed it off as him just being friendly. But then, my boyfriend starts vanishing into other rooms for long stretches of time. Eventually, I'm left completely alone with the cousin. He turns to me and says, "So, do you always go for guys like him? You could do better, you know. Some men like to share." At this point, I'm super uncomfortable. I text my boyfriend asking where he is. No reply. Then the cousin straight up asks, "If you wanted to do something, you wouldn't tell him, right?" I immediately got up to find my boyfriend, and guess where he was? Standing in the hallway right outside the door, just listening. I asked him what the hell was going on, and he just, right? I asked him what the hell was going on, and he just smiled and said, "Relax. I just wanted to see how you'd handle yourself." Handle myself? I told him he was insane and left immediately. Now he's texting me saying I passed the test, that I'm wifey material, and that I'm overreacting because nothing actually happened. I feel completely set up and disrespected. Why am I being put in some loyalty experiment I didn't sign up for? Am I overreacting, or is this messed up as it feels?
What? That is so crazy.
This is, yeah.
Oh my gosh. He got the cousin to hit on her because he wanted to test her loyalty.
Yeah. Have you ever been in this type of scenario before?
No.
You ever done it to a guy
not
before?
that I can think of. No.
Okay.
I actually haven't.
Okay.
I've heard of it happening.
It's not uncommon for, like, I've had a girl get one of her friends to try and like message me.
Okay, I knew girls who did that.
Or I've
like
had a
in
girl
high
just
school,
have a fake.
in college.
I've had a girl have like a fake profile and message me from it to see if I would like respond and stuff.
Gosh.
I don't know how many tests I passed. I don't remember.
Did you fall for any of them?
I don't think I did. I think that's the problem, because it's like if you do know about it, then the test you can pass the test easily because now you know what now you know it's there and you can change the whole situation.
Yes.
So
he like pre-planned it.
Yeah.
He literally like went to his cousin and was like,
"Yeah, this was a sting. This was a sting operation. This was like undercover detective."
That is insane.
Yeah.
Did she mention how old they are?
Mm-hmm.
Did I miss that?
He's 29.
He's too old.
I don't typically say their age, but he was 29 and she's like 27, I think.
What?
Yeah.
They're too old for these tests. Like high school, college, like, okay, like you're young and you're like just doing dumb things.
Yeah.
But like you're close to 30.
Mm-hmm.
Having your cousin hit on your girlfriend to see if she would be loyal to you, that is insane.
I'm totally with you, but I'm actually trying to imagine, like, if you're going to marry a girl, is there a proper test to, like, I mean, yeah, like, what if I want to make sure if you're ever in some place and some dude starts hitting on you, and I want to make sure you pass this test. Jeez, man.
What about the test of time?
Right.
Like, these are things like you show your loyalty to your partner over time.
Yeah.
Did he mention how long they've been together?
I think she said a little over a year. Yeah.
What did I say in like one of the recent episodes that you don't know your partner until you're about 2 years in?
Yeah.
It is literally a fact. You haven't given it time. And you also need to be tested too, sir.
Right. Like, who are you? Testing your partner to see if they're wifey material. And the reason this is not even like the correct kind of test. Number one, you took her to a family event and your cousin starts hitting on her.
At first, I was thinking, oh, we have some sick cousin
nope.
situation going on.
Like
He's
that.
like in a room. Like,
Yeah.
I thought they were going to try to lure her in. Some Alabama cousins.
No, this was it wasn't that crazy. But the reason this test failed, like, take away the fact that it's a problem that you're testing her in this way. The reason this test fails is you took her to a family reunion. Mm-hmm. Your family's there. Your cousin starts hitting on her. Why would you think she would go for the cousin at your family reunion that you took, or your family get together that you took her to?
That's a good point.
Even if she, like, huh?
That is such a good
In one
point.
day, it's like you guys have been together for over a year. You would think that she would just randomly like let your cousin get involved with your cousin. Like, there's so many reasons why, even if she found him attractive, like, there's so many reasons. Do you have that much trust in your cousin? Like, is he Rico Suave? I mean, who is this guy?
Right.
Is he I don't know. I mean, is he freaking Glenn Powell or something? I mean, I don't understand why you think this would even be a true test, right? Like, no girl typically is going to go to, like, if I take you to a family get together and like my family member starts hitting on you, you're not going to immediately be like, oh yeah, I could see maybe I'll mess with the cousin. You're like, no, I'm at like my boyfriend's thing.
Yeah.
Like, why, dude, that wouldn't even work. Even if that's not even a true test.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, like, how do you even know she would find him attractive? Like, what if the test worked if it was somebody who like was her type or something, but you just got some random cousin who, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what he looks like. I don't know how good a game he is, but like, did you just think she was a random hoe? Or I mean, maybe she still has, maybe she would cheat on you, but she has standards to her cheating. I mean, did you ever even consider that? I'm not saying she would, but it's just like, it's so elementary. Like you said,
yes.
it's such an immature thing, and it's embarrassing. I could never fathom like asking my brother, hey, hit on my girl and see if she goes for it. I don't know.
So it's so high school.
It's definitely a
so
young
high school.
thing. And I know girls have gotten this off. How do you feel about a girl getting her friend to just like send like I hate putting you in the situation because you're just not going to do what half of the
I'm
people
different.
do. I know. What do you think? Because I've seen girls post about this and got their dude to like respond to the girl. Because where do you go from there? You're trying to catch your partner. Like, if you just want to leave him that bad, then just leave him. We're sitting here doing tests with our partners. Here's the problem where this fails at is because on one hand, if she fails the test, then, you know, obviously you guys are over and it just looks embarrassing. But number two, if she passes the test, quote unquote passes, then she just doesn't have any trust for you.
Yeah.
You don't win. You don't come out on top.
Exactly.
You don't come out winning on this.
For sure.
There's no scenario where you get the dub on this because she's not gonna be cool with this, and I don't know why you thought she. Oh, good job, girl. You passed. You're like, what? I don't know.
No, and I would look at you like you were a child.
Yeah.
You're almost 30 years old, and you just tried to like.
Tim, you just
try to set me up.
You literally try to set your girl up. You just try to set your girl up.
You just put her in like a weird situation.
Yeah. Super
test
uncomfortable.
Her. Y'all been together for a whole year. Like, give it time. She's going to show you if she's loyal to you or not based off of, like, real life shit y'all are going to go through.
And has she given signs? I mean, is there signs that you think she's talked to other dudes? I don't know. I mean, I just feel like if you're that paranoid, there are better ways of trying to catch your girl. This ain't it. I just
Yeah.
getting getting the cousin. I don't know. I don't see a world it's really toxic. It's a really toxic thing to do. It's a really immature thing to do. I would imagine her even trusting you going forward. I don't even know how you move forward from this.
No.
It's not a forgettable thing.
For sure. Yeah. Like what? That is so crazy. I can't. I just can't wrap my head around it. Like, how do you move it forward from that? I couldn't. Also, like, you're a full year in, and he's like already showing you this is like a big red flag for me.
Yeah, this is definitely like I don't know. I just don't I don't know if you recover from this. What if your cousin did pull her? what if he did pull her?
Then you're in a hairy situation.
Yeah, and he's just acting like normal, like he doesn't think she should be mad. I mean, but this is like emotional. It's just like an emotional manipulation of her. And again, this is not even a true test of. You shouldn't test your partner. I mean, I guess that's a whole conversation to be had.
Yeah.
In terms of testing your partner, to see if they'll. I just think it just sets everybody up for failure. There's no world where you come out. Nobody wants to be tested because now I don't feel trusted. And when I don't feel trusted and I feel disrespected, she feels disrespected is what she said. I just, it's a bad move, man. It's just a bad move. I don't even know what else to say. If I tested you, obviously we got to do this scenario too. I mean, if I got my brother, I don't have a cousin. So if I got like my brother to hit on you and then you found out that, that I had like planned it, I mean, what would you do?
And we're a year in.
Yeah.
That would be a sign for me to, like, get out of the relationship.
Really?
Honestly, yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. That's like, I would be like, that is so weird.
Yeah.
And like, what else is he planning?
Yeah,
or could
I mean,
he plan in the future?
Yeah,
like,
I don't even know. I don't even anticipate this test, this quote unquote test, is some sort of. I don't think it closes the book, right?
Right.
I don't think. I think you continue on still having. If you're insecure, if you're that insecure or that paranoid, that doesn't go away because she passed with one guy, your cousin. You realize that again. That's why this fails on so many fronts.
It does. That was a dumb test.
Yeah, I'm glad she passed, but at what cost?
So glad she didn't want your cousin.
Yeah. Like, okay.
Like,
next send in.
Okay, mark off. She wouldn't mess with any of your family members. Like, I don't. In front of you.
Yeah, in front of you while you're in the other room. What kind of? Like, again, it's so insulting because it's like, what kind of girl did you think she was? And if you thought she was that girl, bro, what are you doing with her?
Yeah. I'm curious to know if she's shown any signs or if he is just so delusional.
No, I don't. I feel like she hasn't. I feel like this was him. Yeah, I feel like he just generated this what he thought was a bright idea, and that's pretty bad at 29. Sorry, let me take it back. Let me try to think if at 29 I had my insecure moments. I would have never set anything like this up. That's a weird setup. But I'm trying to think is this worse than, I don't know, going through your girl's phone or your guy's phone, or is it worse than like messaging guys from your girl's phone, right, to act like you're them? Like, people do all these type of things all the time.
They do.
I mean, this one is a little bit far because this one literally required you to write a script and you guys to act it out like a fucking movie. But
so weird.
But these aren't, there's a lot of kind of variations of this that we see.
Yeah.
So, where people will text you from a different number or send their friend to message you, or what is it that I just said, where they take your phone and message people from your phone, like, and ask them questions. I think in the last episode that we did, he called her ex-husband.
Yeah. That's so true. That is so true. I just wonder if that's like normal behavior.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I think we gotta figure out what to do with our insecurity.
Yeah, I think so too.
These aren't really healthy ways of dealing with it. And I think we just all got to come to, I think there's nothing wrong with coming to, the realization, or at least coming in and admitting, that we all deal with insecurities.
Yeah.
And the way we go about those insecurities can sometimes seem a little unhinged.
Yeah.
Depending on, your age, your maturity factor, your emotional intelligence, how much you love the person, how crazy they've driven you in the past, if they have it all, if there's things that have already happened and you're still things kind of trigger you, so now your trust level is down, or if your trust level is down from another partner, I think it's something worth exploring, where we got to start figuring out the proper way to deal with insecurity. Because clearly people aren't just happy with asking their partner, hey, did you cheat on me today? And them saying no. Right?
Yeah.
I know that communication it's a hard thing, especially when you come uncomfortable, when you have uncomfortable, like, I know these conversations can be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it starts early, learning that communication, where you, it starts early and voicing things that you don't like and make you uncomfortable. We talk about this all the time. There are a lot of red flags that we'll overlook if we like the person. Yeah. And not even necessarily, we don't even have to call them red flags. There's just a lot of things that we tolerate in the beginning that maybe a year later down the road that we typically wouldn't tolerate. But we like the person, or we haven't gotten to that point yet where we can have that honest conversation. But I want to fight back against that. I think it's never too early to have that communication. It doesn't matter if I've been dating you for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I should let you know, hey, I don't really care for things like this. Is this something that you do on a regular?
Yeah.
I always I use the same example, but let's say we started, you become my girlfriend, and 2 or 3 months down the road, I see you liking another guy's post. And to you, it's a normal thing, right? But to me, it shows it's like a sign of kind of, disloyalty in a small way. I don't care how early we are in the relationship. I think there's always room to have that conversation. Hey, I think people just got to be stop being scared to communicate how they feel, in fear of being embarrassed or seeming like you're insecure. Yeah. I think sometimes we just got to embrace that insecurity and admit it. Hey, this kind of made me feel, and I know I shouldn't feel this way. Maybe I should trust you, especially for 2-3 years in. We got to stop acting like being 5 years in a relationship that you can't still get insecure. You can't still feel like your partner might be doing something, or those just random thoughts arrive in your head. I don't care how good of a relationship you have. We all have those thoughts. I mean, again, I know you can get to a point in your relationship where you just us. I don't really I'm not I wonder who she's texting over there. Right? The thought never crosses my mind. Yeah, it just literally never crosses. There's probably a time in the beginning where it did, and I wouldn't never say, I guess in the beginning I probably wouldn't be hey, tell me who you're texting, right? Because that does seem controlling. However, I do think that you set your own standards, personal standards within yourself, and you don't let nobody cross those standards. And that goes for men and women. We'll demonize people for having their own set of standards. We'll talk trash about the girl who says, hey, look, I don't want a man who doesn't pay all 100% of the bills. But that's her preference.
Yeah.
If that's not your preference, then you don't date her. Why do you care that that's her preference? Right. And the same thing is the insecure, if you, I won't date a girl who, I don't know. I'm trying to think, there's a lot of type of girls I won't date. This is probably dumb, but I won't date a girl who goes to the club every weekend, right? That's me. And if you want to go to the club every weekend, I'm not demonizing you for that. You're allowed to. You just won't be my girlfriend. And we don't have to fight about that. We don't have to be upset with each other or be mad about it. That's just hey, you like to do that thing. I don't like that thing. All right. So maybe we aren't compatible. But I think it's really, really important, even in the beginning of relationships, to stay true to your values and not overlook certain things. I know this seems like I'm veering off from the actual topic at hand, but what I'm getting at is that those insecurities that you have, they only grow because you haven't expressed them. You haven't talked
Yeah.
about what makes you feel like you got to test your girl with your cousin. That's crazy, dude. That's not normal. That's not a normal thing to do. People don't do that on a regular.
Yeah, they don't.
I don't know who told you that was a cool thing to do. I don't know where you concocted this plan up, and just like in your brain, maybe it sounded much better than it played out. You didn't get much from this. You didn't test anything here. You tested on how you can make your girl uncomfortable and how you can manipulate her and lose her trust. That's all you found out. That's all you got out of this. You lost. You would have lost regardless of whatever turnout you got from this. So.
And shame on that cousin.
The cousin's like, yeah, I'll holler at her.
And that's like so frightening.
Yeah.
That like so many people, like you can get so many people involved in something like that.
Yeah.
And like in these type of situations,
I would feel weird.
Why doesn't somebody speak up and say like,
if my boy
this
came to
is
me and was
like-
like, hey, I've been talking to this new girl. I've been dating this girl for a year. For a year is actually quite a bit of times. You've been
Yeah.
dating for this girl for a year. Hey, I want you to like holler at her in person. I'm gonna bring her over. I want you to try to get at her.
weird.
That would not even make me like I would not be on board with that.
And
then you could be my
you
homeboy.
look as a creep.
Yeah,
if
you could
move
be
forward.
Yeah,
like
yeah, you could be my best friend. I'm not doing it. Matter of fact, we're gonna have a conversation on why you feel the need to even try to
Thank
pull something
you.
like this off. But
Thank
that's
you.
me as
Yes.
a friend.
No, that's
right?
definitely
Now
like
this is
where
his
I'm getting
cousin,
at,
so
too.
I mean it might be a little bit, it's family, so I guess it's a little different. But yeah, I think we get to this point because we didn't voice some of the things that we were uncomfortable with in the beginning, or just been like, hey, this makes me insecure. I need to work on this personally because maybe this is an internal thing. It comes from something else. But I think it's okay to admit that we all have our moments of doubt, moments of fear, moments of anxiety. But like, you got to face those. You got to figure
do.
out what got you to that point and then work on those. It's not normal to test people. You don't get to project your insecurities and make other people pay for it.
Yeah. For sure. You know what saddens me is...
Or you can, and you're going to lose people. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, what saddens me is like not everybody has that self-awareness. And so there's a lot of people in the world who are not going to admit any of like their insecurities. And they're going to continue on these like...
Yeah.
These, bad patterns.
Yeah.
In relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And that just like... I don't know. It just like saddens me in a way.
And on the flip side, don't condemn or belittle somebody for their insecurities because they're not going to trust you again.
Yeah, that's true.
If somebody comes to you, if your partner comes to you and says, hey, I feel a little insecure. I've been noticing some guys been writing on your page. You responded back to them a couple times. I know my examples aren't the greatest, but they're off the top, okay? I'm freestyling here. You should your response to that should be rooted in understanding. Mm-hmm. It should be rooted in reasonability, and so that your partner feels like they can trust you when they come to you. It's almost reminiscent of if your child comes to you with something they did and shouldn't have done. Let's say your child is an adult or 16 and maybe they lost their virginity and they come to you and tell you about it because maybe they want to talk about it, something happened that made them uncomfortable, or it was just like an experience that they, and you're mad at them for them even doing it. They won't come to you ever again.
Yeah. That's so true.
And this is the
I know
same
that
thing.
all too well.
Yeah.
Not just with that scenario, but with so many.
Yeah. Oh, your child
right?
gets drunk for the first time at a party and they come home and they have a hangover or they tell you, I got drunk, and like, especially if they come to you about it, to you about it, it's one thing if you catch them, but if they come to you about it and your reaction is some sort of negative reaction, they're never going to come to you again, and you've lost trust with them. And if that's not important to you, fine. But if trust is important to you, then you have to learn how to listen to your partner's, to your partner's insecurities, their fears, and don't make them feel silly for it. because that's just you not admitting that you might have those too, but you're just not bold enough to come out and say it. They're the ones being brave in that moment, not you.
Yeah.
And it's a conversation that both of you should maybe come out and have. But again, I haven't had the insecure feeling in probably quite some time, but I do feel like whenever something made me feel away, I would.
Yeah, you were definitely
and
very vocal.
Approach matters, right? Approach matters. If you go to your partner and you're angry at them for something that like maybe isn't, I won't say isn't that big a deal, but maybe something that they potentially weren't aware that it was an issue, and you're angry at them and you approach them in the incorrect way, they're not going to be accepting of your feelings.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to just communicate those feelings. Take a step back, calm down, take an hour, whatever it was that made you feel away. Don't immediately react. Or if you immediately react, do it internally, but don't do it externally to them. Wait, give it an hour, give it 2 hours, calm down, find the grace here, find the understanding here, and then approach your partner with how you felt. And then on the flip side, your partner, if you approach them the correct way, then their response should be nothing short of, I hear you.
Yeah. That's
and
really
this is
great
how you
advice.
build trust. This is how you build trust. You'll see your relationship literally flourish.
You will.
People don't have these talks. They react immediately. They're told that, even feeling insecurity is some weak feeling, and it can be seen as such, but we all have weak feelings. People gotta start like being able to embrace and have confidence. Like, you know what? I'm human.
Yeah.
I'm human. I can mess up. I can have human feelings. Even if the person didn't give you any signs of it, it's not a slight to your partner. Partners don't think it's a slight to you. It could come from something in the past. It could come from something that just, that they weren't even aware of. But this is how you build really solid trust in a relationship. When you said, oh, shoot, you know what? That one time I went to her with my insecurity and she was like, you know what? I see what you're talking about. I'm sorry for making you feel that way. I won't do this again.
Yeah.
Or I never knew you felt that way. Or no, here's an explanation. And then you hear the explanation. That's the other thing. Is like creating your own explanation. That's a whole different conversation. Like when you don't ask for the explanation of something, so now you've created your own explanation and you run with it. And then there actually was a valid or legitimate explanation for something that your partner did. And once they finally come out and tell you because you finally asked, you got egg on your face, right?
Yes.
That's lack of communication. That's what happens when you don't communicate.
Yeah.
You would have known. I think that's happened. Like, I think sometimes, I don't know if it's been like super extreme, but I feel like there's scenarios where like you thought something and I was like, no, this is X, Y, and Z.
Yes,
and you're like, oh,
we've had those.
That makes sense.
We've had those moments.
Yeah. I wish I could think of one because I feel like it's happened.
I would literally feel so dumb and I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm like, dude, if you would have just asked, okay.
Literally.
Can I get a little honest on here?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
This
was some years ago.
Okay.
You went through my phone.
Yeah.
Okay. And you saw a message from an ex.
Okay.
Okay. And she was asking.
Trying to piece it together. See if I remember.
Okay. She was asking if when I picked up our son, if I would have him take the trash out.
That's the one that came to mind.
You misread it and thought that she was asking me to take the trash out.
I did.
And you got pretty upset because you're like, are you going over there and doing chores?
You're doing her chores now. Oh my gosh,
now,
that was so
I don't think we
good.
didn't have a fight over this. I don't think we did.
We did not.
Have a fight.
We did not.
You did ask me actually. You did ask me you kind of held on to it though for like a little bit.
So,
and I didn't like that.
If you don't know me, I have mastered the art of holding on to things for quite some time. And weirdly enough, not showing emotion.
Yeah.
So like you wouldn't even know.
Never know.
You would never know that I was upset or angry about something. And I can hold on to some things for months even.
Well, this is
not healthy.
No. I take the I
what
won't.
Do you think?
I don't know if I fully agree with this. Sometimes people kind of teach the things that you do unknowingly. So you don't always just hold things in. sometimes you take a little bit of time to process it and see how you feel.
That's what it is.
And that's
Yes.
actually a really, really good characteristic. People actually most people are reactionary.
Yeah.
Like immediately.
I feel
I
like
kind of
immediately.
envy you in that way. I mean, I've trained myself to take steps back. I still fail at that all the time, but I trained myself, but I have to like consciously make an effort to do it. And you kind of naturally do it. I mean, it's, and that's weird. It's kind of like a stoic ability that people really train themselves to be able to do. And you say it's unhealthy, but it's unhealthy if you held on to it and you were angry for a month about it.
Okay, that makes sense.
And that might happen in some instances. Maybe you do that in some instances. But I'd say on the flip side, a lot of times you've processed it, and then I give you the benefit of the doubt. You've come to me on some like very chill. Hey, I gotta ask you about this, and then you just ask me.
Yeah.
And it doesn't turn into a fight because I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, no. She was asking if. I was like, here's the message. She's just asking if I'll have our son take out the trash.
Yeah.
And you felt silly, but it would have been it would have been way worse if it would have been a fight.
I just like flew off the handle like
and
right
my
away.
response would have been like, you didn't even read the message. No. You know what I mean? Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I would have handled it with a little bit of tact. But I mean, absolutely. I just like that's again how we've been. And again, I always tell people we weren't always like this. This took both maturity, emotional intelligence from both of us. But over time, we've learned each other, and these things have built just a very solid foundation of trust, where it's not even about like, could she be doing something? Yeah, but I'll never know because I trust her.
Yeah.
And I don't even like to answer the question with a yeah. I only say that in sense that like humans are capable of anything, right? But all things considered, even if she was capable of it, I won't know because our communication is there, our trust is there. And again, this is not we're better couple than everybody. These are years. This is years. This is 8 years of and then we still got a lot to go. We still have our bouts. We don't fight like that, but we still have our disagreements and stuff like that. So I hate to come across sounding like a perfect couple. Again, these are just experiences that we've had, and I think that people have to learn to embrace the fact that we can all get insecure at any moment, and as long as you take a step back, deal with those, process that, then talk to your partner about that, and your partner's able to accept it and they're willing to have a discussion and you guys can come to some sort of resolution. Dude, if you keep that going, I mean, you don't need but like 2 or 3 of those moments and you guys have it, like it's pretty solid from that point.
Yeah.
I guarantee you. And it doesn't mean you won't have your moments, but at least you'll know what to do. Right. I always talk about how like, it's with raising my son. It's not always my daughter as well, but raising my son, he's a little bit older. Raising him, it's not always about like stopping him. It's I can't stop him from doing anything. At some point he might make the wrong decision. The goal is that he knows it was a wrong decision, knowing right from wrong. Right. So the same thing here. We may not always react correctly, but there's a difference between not knowing that you're not reacting correctly and then you just kind of falling to your human flaws, and we all do that, but the self-awareness has to be there. Yeah,
I agree. That was really great advice.
Don't test your girl.
No.
Don't test your dude. If it's that serious, they've either done something and you probably should have left them a while ago, or because I'm not telling people to leave when their partner cheats. I'm telling people to leave when they can't handle that their partner cheated and they haven't been able to move on from it. Yeah. So that's the difference.
That's when it's warranted for sure.
Yeah. You don't have to leave if your partner cheats. That's up to you and your partner. That's up to how you deal with things. But if you can't deal with that well, you need to leave for your sake. Okay. And that's that part of that. But the other part is, if you feel you need to test your partner, again, it's either something that they're doing that you need to have a conversation with them about, or something internally with you that you need to come to terms with and figure out for yourself. Don't test your girl. There's no one wins at that. No one wins. She lost, you lost, your cousin lost, he didn't get none. So like everyone lost. Everyone lost, and you might have lost your girl with this.
Absolutely. Because why would she feel comfortable coming back around? Yeah. Like she doesn't trust you. She's not going to trust your cousin. She's going to just feel weird. Being around your family again, it just created this weird.
Yeah, you lost again. You lost even more because I hate to even give this scenario out because God forbid she would have cheated on you in the future. And maybe you somehow stopped that, but you didn't stop it because she genuinely isn't going to cheat on you. You just stopped it because you made her paranoid of you catching her.
Ooh.
I don't want to stop my partner from cheating just because she knows I'm looking in her shit.
Wow, that's you go into that a little bit more, because I feel like
dropping gems today, man.
You are
here. I'm
seriously.
I'm here.
Because especially like as women, right? We feel that we can stop our man, right? Like we want to try to like get ahead of it or try to like catch it early.
I always hated
but
this.
you just can't control. You can't control your partner and control what they do.
Yeah, I always hated trying to stop your partner from yes. You stop your partner from, maybe if you can stop your partner from cheating, great. But it doesn't mean that they wouldn't have. I'd rather know that you made the decision. That doesn't make me feel good to know I stopped you from doing it. Catching you and stopping you from going over that dude's house doesn't make me feel any better. So,
and I know people who have been through that, who have spent years.
So you didn't
trying to
you
keep
only
their
hurt
partner
yourself
from
with this
cheating.
test, dude. Because there's so many reasons why she wouldn't have gone with your cousin, and if God forbid she was going to cheat on you in the future, she only won't now because she's paranoid that the dude that hits her up you sent her. But that doesn't make her genuine.
You've instilled fear in her.
You can only get genuine is from just knowing her for however long.
Yes.
The tests don't work out, man.
Like I say, the test of time, like literally you're going to go through things. He and I, 8 years in, we have been through things that have tested our loyalty. And it's not always been like other people or anything like that.
Yeah.
You can test, like, you can tell, you'll know if your partner is loyal by so many other reasons.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be the opposite sex.
Oh yeah, no.
Play.
There's a lot of ways you could be disloyal. For sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
you know what
absolutely.
I mean? So it's
Absolutely.
like, it's just such a crazy way to test somebody. Just you're a year in.
Yeah.
Why would you, and being a year in and you're wanting to find out if she's like your wife, I have issues with that too. Like, why are we putting so much pressure on that? Even just like 1 year in, I mean, like we knew.
Yeah.
But it's like, but we also weren't testing each other.
No.
It's like weird. It just comes with time.
Yeah.
You're going to go through real life shit, and that's going to tell you if she is wifey material or not. I think that you have, bigger fish to fry.
Yeah. You set up. It's a setup, bro. You set your girl up.
It's crazy.
Who set that's... And young, and I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but it's very young-minded behavior. That happens when you're like 16, 17, maybe upwards to like 23 or 24. Bro, almost hitting 30, and you tested your girl with your cousin to see if she'll fall for... Again, this test literally only did nothing but hurt your case, bro.
Yeah.
It literally did nothing but hurt your case. It reminds me of like a girl who goes to her dude's phone, and then she doesn't find something, and in her brain, she's like, well, I ain't find nothing this time.
Yes.
That's all this is.
Where she's like, oh, like he hit it really well.
Yeah,
when it's like,
never,
no, like.
Or maybe he's not doing anything, but you don't even give him the benefit of the doubt because you're just overall insecure.
Yeah.
That's the problem. The problem isn't that her, again, I'm going to assume she didn't give him signs because he was just making sure she passed this little test that he had.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Man, it didn't work in your favor,
if they don't
bro.
give us context,
we're
just going to roll with what's said.
Yep.
And I feel she didn't give you any signs. You just have this weird ass assessment laying in front of you, and you're wanting to tick off your boxes on your checklist. And and it worked against you.
Yep.
And I actually love that for you.
Yeah, good luck.
I really do.
Good.
And I hope she leaves.
Yeah.
Truly, because that is just a weird situation that you've put her in.
Yeah, this was extreme. If it was something like where you got the homie to like message her or something, that's one thing. Dude, you got a cousin to push up on her in person and say uncomfortable things to her.
Yeah, that's so weird.
That's clown behavior.
I would be like,
dude.
ew,
Yeah,
like don't hit on me. Like now I'm here sitting with your cousin who is like,
that's goofy.
Who knows that we're together.
And she messaged you to tell you, and you didn't respond.
Yeah,
that's what she said. She said I messaged him, and he's outside the door.
You're hiding in like a room and stuff, like listening in.
Yeah, what is it?
No.
What is this? Cops? What is this?
You're a freaking weirdo. I'm sorry. Yeah,
I won't even attach that. I think it's just very immature behavior, very insecure, undealt with, fear that you're projecting onto her, and it's So
let's normalize getting our shit together before we start dating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Please.
Yeah, don't take that
swear
out on
to
her.
you, I will say it in every episode if I need to. We have to do the inner work so that we can be the best that we can be for our partner.
Yeah, y'all
for
keep
our
hopping
future partner.
Yeah, y'all keep hopping into relationships and you're not even there yet.
God,
Like mentally,
you're not
prepared.
healed. You're
Yeah.
mentally unwell.
Yeah,
and
for
it is
sure.
okay to admit that you are unwell and you have insecurities and you have all these issues and traumas. Fix that.
Yeah.
Do the work.
Yeah.
Because you're ruining other people's lives.
Yeah, and I'll be honest. Like I didn't do the work, and it's always been an issue for me in relationships. And I had to. Fortunately, I was able to do the work within our relationship, which ended up working in my favor. However,
Yeah, likewise.
it's not healthy to do. And fortunately, I was able to learn, right? But not everybody can do that on the spot. I'm not saying I'm special. I'm just saying I just happened to, do it and have a partner who's patient with me. But I definitely absolutely should have dealt with things before even getting into a relationship. And that's probably could be said about the last 5 relationships I had, So, then they all ended with things that, I probably, that I triggered. I take accountability for a lot of the failures of my past relationships. And maybe my partner needed to do some work on themselves as well. But, that's not my place to say. I know that I personally needed work and still do. I think about it all the time. Not things that are going to inherently destroy our relationship. But there are a lot of things that I'm like, man, I know I struggle with this and I need to figure this out about me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think
do
that's
the same
always going to be
well.
the same.
I do the same as well. I just feel, but I feel like you and I, we're always looking to we're just constantly evolving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that is healthy in a relationship.
No,
you know?
it is
So,
now because now we have the support from each other.
Yeah.
And that's important. That's where the trust, the building of the trust came in. Mm-hmm. And now I can lean on you. I can say, hey, I've been feeling I've been having anxiety really bad for the past couple of weeks. I've had that conversation with you.
Yeah,
that's not an easy conversation to have. That's it makes me feel emasculated, but I don't feel that way, with you. And that's really important. That's really, really important. And, build up to that. But those little moments of wins of trusting each other and communicating and finding resolution, those will build towards that. And then you won't have a problem when you feel a way about your partner or when you just have a fleeting thought. Yeah. And it happens all the time. Right. So
absolutely.
I don't want to run this too long, but I think that was
yeah.
No,
you dropped some really great gems.
Oh yeah, that was that one made me laugh a little bit, but that actually turned. I think that turned into a little bit more.
Yeah, because there's some humor in this, but at the same time, we just can't ignore the fact that we need help. Okay?
Yeah, that's so exactly it's on the surface. Some of the stories are they're just funny, but when you dig deeper, it's really some trauma shit going on.
But is it really funny?
Yeah. It's I hate the serious stuff out, but it's these are undealt with things that lead to way worse scenarios. Yeah, they start harmless at first, but they lead to more toxicity. And so it's damn. I want to laugh about this, but it's kind of deep. It's kind of crazy. Testing your partner, sending your cousin in there. It sounds laughable, playful, but it's nah, there's some deep rooted shit going on there. Yeah. We got to kind of talk about it, man. I
think it's just one of those, we just can't brush over it. We want to keep our podcast, lighthearted and fun most of the time. But we do need to address those serious things for sure.
However, I think, at the core of it, it just comes back and it's psychological stuff. It's definitely just, it's all psychological stuff, things that humans have that are typical flaws, but things that we could definitely fix and correct before entering a relationship. And because, again, I will argue that relationships don't have to be that hard. There's just a few things that you just have to make sure and do. They're a little uncomfortable, and they might even require a little bit of sacrifice. But relationships they're just not that crazy hard. They're just not.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The past
they don't have to be.
I feel the past year has been very easy.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak for you, but for myself in our relationship.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I just feel our past year has just been such a breeze.
Yeah. It's chill.
like we
got a problem,
just-
we're going to talk about it.
Yeah. And we don't fight and we
yeah.
don't yell at each other.
Yeah.
Like we've of course had like our past issues.
Yeah.
But like I
And
feel
have
like
our
we got
annoying
over
shit.
that.
There's times
like,
where I can tell you've been annoyed. You're annoyed with me that day. And
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep annoying you. And vice versa.
Yeah.
There's times where you know me, you put me in a mood.
But we just deal with it in such a healthy
yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah,
like
for
we
sure.
finally reached that
Yeah,
point of
yeah.
like being able to deal
No,
with it in a
for
healthy
sure.
way. And I love that for us.
It took years. Again, because we've been able to grow. Fortunately, we've been fortunate enough, but there are things that we probably should have done prior and then had a healthy relationship. But
Yes.
at least we've
Yeah.
been through the experience and we can give it. That's kind of, again, one of the reasons that we started
Mm-hmm.
this because, yeah, these are experiences, the bad and the ugly. I mean, one day we might do a tell all, and it was some shit in the beginning.
We've been through a lot.
There was some shit in the beginning, dude. It was some nasty shit, man. And so
we did not even think we were going to make it.
and we're
past
long
the
distance,
first year.
and we're long distance, which throws a whole wrench in the
Yeah.
thing. So there's a lot to learn, and I got a lot to learn too. So
yeah, of course, likewise.
but yeah, it's just funny because I was gonna end this like 30 minutes ago, and then I was like, nah, this actually does have a little bit of deeper.
This was great.
It has deeper rooted stuff here. So
For sure. Yeah.
is that it? Got
That's
anything else?
I love it.
Thank you guys for coming. Love Up for Debate. We appreciate the views, the subscriptions. It's been amazing to see the growth in such a short
Yes.
time. So hopefully we're
We're going to keep this
doing
up.
something. Yeah.
And I
Hopefully
just
we're doing
like,
something.
again, want to thank everybody for their love and support. Seriously, with this podcast, like we have received so many like private messages from the sweetest people.
Yeah.
And I just like want to thank you for, supporting us and sharing,
Yeah.
sharing our podcasts. But we love you all.
Yes. Thank you
Thank
guys
you.
for coming. Love Up for Debate. See you guys later.